Hello and welcome back to Exeter City. We've got more cup action for you today. After last time's disappointment, we switch cups and deal with the FA Cup today. I'll get you caught up on the previous games though first. Not too many since we last met, of course, the Manchester pair, and it's a period in which we either do really well or really badly. We effectively stopped the rot against not that good Sheffield United, where Sanchez once again didn't exactly cover himself in glory, a 6.4 there, Avalos with a late double yellow. But then we got the equaliser after going down to 10 men, so thank you Ciro Fernandez for bailing us out of that one. Augustin Pereira got us the goal we deserved against Liverpool, another very late sending off there, another double yellow, a little annoying, but a lot of their XG actually was a very early chance, the penalty, so without that penalty, a lot more even than it probably looked. 2-1 probably the fair result, so not a disgraceful performance. But we eventually got back to winning ways thanks to Brentford 4-0 there, 4 different goal scorers. A similar situation actually with the most recent Sunderland game, 4 different scorers. They got a goal. One of only 2 shots on target, Sanchez. My finger is hovering. Well, Sanchez will be relieved to know that I cannot recall Avalos, apparently. I suppose when I sent him out there, I wasn't anticipating that I'd want to. And I 1-1 draw with Aston Villa the other game, so all that means is we're sort of stabilising in 6th. Which is kind of the spot I was expecting us to be in at the end of the season. We're still, the same 3 teams are still sort of in that same block, Aston Villa, West Ham and ourselves. Aston Villa shaded it to 150, but at the beginning of the year we're all 200 to 1. And it's that kind of block where you can typically make an attempt at Europe in some fashion, either 5th, 6th or 7th. Typically 4th if the big guns are having a bad year. Which Liverpool are, in fairness. Chelsea still not doing particularly well, although they are in 8th now. And Arsenal, last year's champions, 5th. But that top 5 is separated by 3 points. And also has Wolves in it. So, the way things are set up right now, if Liverpool can get their act together, then maybe they can rejoin this. But it is effectively an 8-way fight for 7 European positions in some order. And, of course, the title. I wouldn't rule Chelsea out of the title either at this stage. They're only 7 points behind. Game extra played, but realistically I think any of this top 8 are in a fight here for these positions, including first. And the ironic thing is, even though I was tempted to recall Avalos if I could, Sanchez actually has the 3rd highest clean sheets. But Carlos Eduardo and Aaron Martin actually enjoying a rather under the radar fantastic season for us, both of them currently injured. But yeah, a very, very well earned £8 million all in told. But we deal with Tottenham Hotspur today. They are in 2nd, we are in 6th. Only 5 points separate the pair though, so if we were to win this, we'd be within 2. And in fact, because obviously no one else is playing today, if we were to win this right now, we'd have played more games than Manchester City, but we would go ahead of them depending on the scoreline. If we were to win this by more than 3 goals, then sure, but if we weren't, then 5th. 5th is where we'll sit. And Avalos is suspended for this one. John Stones has gone. As well, he went on the first £5.5 million for a 33-year-old who was about to collapse. Still ridiculous, I think. Especially as there is a replacement in line, although we are fighting big teams for his signature. I'll show you him if we get him, or if we don't. Does mean I have to play Ballard and Ampadu today, along with Tibera on the right, Thierry Small on the left because of Aaron Martin's injury. Carlos Eduardo, how far are you from being back? 2 to 4 weeks still. Were you out for 2 months? Blimey, I didn't realise how serious that injury was at the time, I don't think. But yeah, another month to go for him. Prieto came back. Prieto came on as a late substitute against Sunderland and scored, so that bodes well. Does it bode well enough to start him here? 75 minutes of action. I think in the interest of being as strong as possible, yes. Question marks over Hesham and Markovic's recent performances remain. I don't know why 7 doesn't pop up as a green, but there are question marks on their performances of late. In fact, why is Stuart Preserve being regarded as 2.5 stars now? Baba Mansley on the bench as a shadow striker is better than him. We will do that, I think. Kind of forgot he was available because he has been injured a lot. They have brought in Emerson Royal, Brian Gill, Buzio on for Lamptey, Musa and Sanchez. Emerson Royal definitely isn't a starter. But yeah, we've demolished the relegation-threatened teams and struggled against the good teams, so we'll see where we land here. I say we've struggled against the good teams. We beat Arsenal away from home. We beat Man United in the league, even if we didn't beat them in the Cup. Lost to Chelsea, lost to Liverpool, although spirited performance against Liverpool. So I believe Spurs is the last big side that we've yet to play. So it's interesting to see which way this one will go. They do play 4-4-2. Very narrow 4-4-2 by the looks of their average positions. And they've scored from a corner as I try to settle myself there. They've scored from the corner that I would like to score. I mean, Sanchez hasn't come to himself in glory there either, again, but neither has the defender who's supposed to mark him. Prieto isn't bad at free kicks. Lafont's palmed that clear and Fernandez was offside anyway. I was nearly furious that didn't go in. Oh, okay, so it's been regarded as a goal line technology worthy moment. Why aren't you showing us the actual goal line technology rather than a replay? Well, fronting first half, that we should be leading, apparently. I'm just going to tell them they're terrible and sort it out. Who is this Dorrington, by the way? I think he might be an academy player of some description. He is, and has emerged as a player. Wow, he only has 7 appearances last year, but he was really good. And has continued it relatively okay this year as well. On paper doesn't look fantastic, and he is definitely not a first-choice player. It does have me slightly concerned they are not playing full strength, and we are still not beating them. In fact, it is a woeful performance from basically everybody involved. Alright, Pereira's coming on. We're going to swap him and Prieto over. Prieto's staying on the pitch, even though he's only good for 75. Quality matters. Baba Mansley has been absolutely shocking. In fact, I'm going to bring Martin Saunders on there, I think. And Markovic also has not had a performance worthy of playing time. So Prazert comes on as an AP, I think. And that's all 3 changes, because I can't do any more than that, as Daniel Ballard puts in a 6.2. Like I say, that right-sided defence has huge issues, and I do not know why. I don't know if it's a game engine thing. I don't know if it's just that position that struggles to get ratings for whatever reason, but Thierry Small with a throw-in now. Fernandez down to Saunders. McKennie is going to be sent off for what was a pathetic little challenge, really. And there have been 5 shots on target in this entire game. So naturally, of course, we've conceded 1 of those. I was going to try and encourage the lads there, but time was running out quickly as... All right. You cannot tell me these games are not scripted. When chances like that happen at the very death. 1.9 to 0.37. Robert Sanchez is going to cost us Europe. I've had enough. Technically, I'm fining you for more than just that one performance, but the game doesn't understand that. Oh yeah, Xavi is Newcastle manager. I seem to remember he was on the verge of the sack, but I don't really know why. Newcastle are doing well, 7th, and their pre-season prediction sort of bounces around. And that's 7th with European commitments as well. Their team is probably strong enough now to deal with the rigours of both competitions. They've been in Europe for like 3 years now, despite not actually getting through it in the league. They do keep winning the European competitions to then be in a European competition. As a Newcastle fan, it's quite hilarious to watch. In case you think I'm exaggerating, by the way, Newcastle got European football through the 22-23 season. They got into the Conference League through that season and then won the Conference League to then be in the Europa League the following year. They were knocked out of the Europa League in that season by Man United and didn't actually get European football the following year, but then they won the FA Cup that year despite finishing mid-table and therefore got Europa League anyway. And then they won the Europa League last year despite finishing mid-table and got into the Champions League. So it does look like this... yeah, I knew there was big teams in for him. His wages are half of what I offered him. I genuinely was going to give him £70,000 a week. He's not that good, really. I don't think he's 70 grand a week, really, for our squad, but I wanted him in because he's 6'6" and would be improvement on the right-hand side and was going to cost me $5.5 million. Well, 5.75 I offered him. Oh well. But yeah, Liverpool Man City put in bid, so I wasn't expecting to get him at that point. Okay, so the lineup against Newcastle will be Sanchez in goal, Martin at left back. He returns from injury. Avalos returns from suspension. Ampadu alongside him, even though he's not performed great. No one performs great in that right-hand side, so I might as well put in the person who at least puts in effort, seemingly. Castillo at right back, just to rotate Tiberio out. Played a lot of games. Markovic and Mansley in that midfield. Mansley seemingly okay game-wise. Obviously coming back from injury recently as well. Markovic also seemingly doing okay conditioning-wise as well, despite playing a fair bit. Prazert didn't play last time, so he's fine to go here. Fernandez, Prieto and Uribe all up front again. No changes in that front line. Hesham out with the squad entirely just because he didn't play well last time, and he's looking quite tired. So just give him the rest he needs, and there's less bench space for the FA Cup as well. So we'll just give him the day off. I can't imagine Newcastle are putting out a full-strength team either, although they do have Nunes up front. That's how you're supposed to pronounce it, I think. But still got Guimaraes. He's their captain now. I like to see that, if I'm honest. That's quite pleasing. I don't know if that's their backup goalkeeper or not, because I suspect Lay is their other one. The weird thing is, Newcastle sold their star goalkeeper, Trubin, and then are doing better this year. Which I don't know if that's a cautionary tale I should be paying attention to, because our star goalkeeper has been woeful. Aaron Martin, straight to Brolin. What a pathetic free kick that was. Nelson forward to Ndidi, who's just signed a new contract apparently. McNeil, Pessina. Pessina, in real life, has gone to Monza, is it? Like, it's a really weird and fantastic coup for Monza. But yeah, Uribe. Good chance, wasted. Fernandez, though, still active this ball. Mansley back post. It was Mansley who got on the end of that. Yeah, fantastic pickup for Monza, if that's who it was who got him. Good talent for the future is Pessina, we reckon. Markovic, Mansley. There's runs, Mansley. Prieto's got the run. Prieto takes too long. Markovic just decides to kick it wide for no apparent reason. On target, Markovic, for the love of God. At least get it on target, as we are now 17 minutes into this game, and I think Newcastle did just have a shot. I was going to call him out for not having anything yet, but Mansley on the ball now. Not the best of crosses. Darwin Núñez will not get on the end of that, as Prieto is back from corners, it seems. Markovic, Prazet through the middle. He's gone for it. Obviously, with recent personnel changes at the front, these might be a little bit out of whack. I think I've spotted and sorted that problem with Prieto being back from that set piece. I don't know whether it was a corner or a free kick he was back from there, but either way. Saint-Maximin now on the ball for Newcastle. He's got past one challenge, and the second challenge has just given it straight back to Newcastle because Football Manager. Pessina, clean on target, and McNeil misses the goal entirely. Good to know that they're capable of doing the same thing as we are. Aaron Martin on the corner now probably should be fixed. The issue was there was nobody actually attacking the near post because of the personnel changes. Brolin drives the ball ahead of Pessina, and that's down to Ampadu. Mansley forward to Prazet. Gives it away. Mansley, though. Why have they just passed it straight to Saint-Maximin? Darwin Núñez misses, thankfully. Núñez, whatever. But Prazet to Aaron Martin. I still can't get over that pass, or not pass, as the case was. Mansley, Ampadu, Markovic, Castillo. It might have been a throw-in, actually, that Prieto was hanging back from. But Markovic, back to Avalos. All our players are in their half, which is not great news now, as Darwin Núñez will not get on at the end of this, no matter how hard he tries. Right. Prazet comes forward. Prazet's going to find Fernandez at the back post, and it is a volley. Scored a lovely goal against... One of the goals against Sunderland was particularly lovely because it came from a clearance from their goalkeeper, and it did not hit the ground until it went in the goal. Yeah, it was 2 volley passes, or headers at the very least, and then the goal was a volley, so it didn't hit the ground from goalkeeper to goal. And Augustine Pereira also scored a lovely little backheel flick in that game too. We really turned on the start against Sunderland, and then we conceded a goal in 2 shots on target. So, thank God our strikers were on form that game. I just want to know, is Brolin their starter? No. I mean, Newcastle are loving a giant goalkeeper at the moment. Lay is their first choice. Am I crazy, or does he look a little cross-eyed, which probably isn't the best thing for a goalkeeper? Yeah, they sold Trubin, who I think is like 6'7". So, if this Brolin was here at the same time, then they had 6'7" and 6'8" goalkeepers. It's almost as if they were trying to perfectly combat, for God's sake. A shocking 2-foot challenge that seemed to happen at like 2 miles an hour. Cherry Small is on the bench. In this situation, we sack Uribe, I think, and just do this. It's effectively, personnel-wise, no different in terms of defence, but yeah, the irony is actually with the sending off at the moment, because of the formation we play in the first place, it actually doesn't really negatively affect us that much defensively, because defensively, nothing changes. Those strikers stay up, typically anyway, so all we do is lose one more attacking option. And Prieto himself actually hasn't been great in this game, so I will take him off for Pereira. And Castillo on the other side of that defensive line, I will take off just because he's tired. Probably sensible to give a little bit more fresh legs there. As Small does a goal line clearance, one of the smallest people, ironically, smallest people on this pitch. Pereira, run mate, run Pereira, run, run. Why have you gone that wide? I mean, a lovely waste of time. He should have just gone into the corner, to be honest. Actually, with that in mind, I'm not coming off attacking. 30 seconds to go, there's a highlight. Pereira, not Prazet though, Brolin. I did think we were going to get Prazet through the middle there. Brolin's wasting time, which is good for us actually. Ndidi, it looks like he's been pushed into central defence for the time being. Aarons, we'll find Souček. The option on the left is annoyingly, yeah, there it is. There it is. But he was offside, and that was that actually. That was a weird highlight at the end there because they didn't do the is he offside thing. They declared the offside well before the goal. which I think it means it's just because it was the end of the game we saw it. But we survive. It's fascinating, actually. The XG chart does pretty much switch over at the sending off. I don't understand. I kind of understand the double yellows, but I don't understand the straight red. I don't understand why we've had way more sendings off this year. Justified, apparently. It didn't look that awful in real time just because it didn't look particularly lungy. It looked a bit of a lunge, but it didn't look like he went in with that much force. The obligatory Ren Wonder Kid has come through, it seems. Doesn't appear that great now. I'll bring you back at some point. I can't really ascertain when, maybe FA Cup 5th round, depending on who we get in the 4th round. I don't think I'll bring you back-to-back rounds in the FA Cup, just because they're a little bit too close together. But I'll bring you back at some point that seems sensible. And you've finally seen us win a game again. Actually, I've just realised, because we went 5 in a row on camera there without winning. Or 5 in a row losing, in fact. So it was nice maybe for you to watch a win for a change, despite ironically being in the best season we've had so far. Anyway, until next time, thank you for watching. Ta-ra.